Hey everyone, welcome back to BDG Reviews. It's night 8 of the 31 Days of Horror. So, for tonight, I have watched the new 2024 Salem's Lot. Okay, just get this out of the way right at the beginning. I'm recording this the day it came out, so, this is a bit in the past, for you guys when you're seeing this, but I don't know what other people are going to be saying about it in the meantime. But no, this is a fresh review from me. Now, first, a bit of history with myself and Salem's Lot. I have loved Salem's Lot for ages. I love the miniseries, the Tobe Hooper miniseries. It's, as far as I'm concerned, almost like perfect Stephen King. The remake they did in 2004 was okay. Don't get me wrong, wasn't too bad. The theatrical version of the miniseries, a little, that has a few issues, and it's something that it shares with this version. So, we'll get into this version right now. Right off the bat, is this a bad adaptation of Salem's Lot? No. Is this a bad movie? No. Is this the definitive version of Salem's Lot? Hell no. What this movie suffers from is the same thing that the theatrical version of the original miniseries suffered from, in that it's taking like a 600-page book and compressing it into under 2 hours, and it's too much material for that amount of time, and what you have to cut out to get it down hurts the picture in the long run. So that definitely is what this falls into. This would have been perfect as a 2-part movie. Honestly, you could have fit so much more into it, and it would have been better. That being said, is this bad? No, it isn't. I've heard some people, complaining about it from what I've heard, some of the preview audiences or whatever. No. Just no. It's fine. This is what it is. It's a theatrical version of Salem's Lot. And like I said, that's what's going to happen. You have to chop stuff out. You have to make characters. How can I put this? You have to make multiple characters sort of crush down into one character. Whereas in a miniseries or a full length double movie or whatever, you could flesh out each character. All in all, though, it's a damn good movie. This movie does a lot of things right. The levels of blood and gore are pretty damn good. Honestly, they're a lot better than I thought they were going to be. The design of Barlow is, you know what, I'm going to say it's a perfect design. It harkens back enough to the Barlow from the miniseries, but this one actually talks a bit, so that adds a bit more. The Barlow in the original miniseries was very much, almost like an attack dog sort of thing. I mean, they always referred to him as the master and everything, but he never actually did anything really masterish. This one, he talks a bit and he's, I don't know, just feels a bit more threatening, if you will. Yeah. They opened this movie at a really interesting point. Usually when you tell the Salem's Lot story, it's been the same in, the miniseries, both miniseries and the theatrical version of that, you start off kind of with Ben Mears showing up. This decided to skip ahead from that. This started where in the original miniseries, it was kind of almost at the halfway point of the first episode, where some guys have been sent to pick up Barlow's casket and deliver it to the house, you know? It's a great place to start it off, really. What it does is it sets right from the beginning that, the threat is already here. Where in the original miniseries, it was very much the threat is building, like, but it's not here yet, but it's coming. Where this one is very much the threat is now, the threat is here, and it's just kind of cool. Also, throwing back to the miniseries, it does the stuff with the eyes, which is something I always loved. In the miniseries, they were like reflectors or thing. In this, they're very much yellow, and I'm pretty sure it's CG, obviously. But, oh, excuse me, it's done damn well. They recreate some scenes right out of the miniseries, so they recreate the scene, like of Danny Glick at the window, like wanting to get in to get Mark, and they did it justice. Honestly, to this day, from the miniseries, that is one of the creepiest scenes I've ever seen, and it does it justice. Does it match it for the creepiness? I don't know, but it's close, and honestly, that's all that matters, really. For a rating, what do I rate this movie? I can't rate this like an S-class film because, it's not that. I can't rate this 10 out of 10 or whatever because it's not that. But this is an easy 8 out of 10 for me. The only drawback of this movie is if you know the source material, be it the miniseries or the book or whatever, you're gonna feel not necessarily let down, but you're going to feel there's more that you wanted to see of this world, of this story, and you don't get it. But this is one, if you can go into this completely blind, if you've never seen Salem's Lot, well, you've done yourself a disservice for one. But you know what? I would say this is a good place to start. This is a good entry-level Salem's Lot. You see this, it gives you a good kind of feel for what you're getting. Then go back and watch the miniseries, and enjoy it for what it is, because it's a hell of a lot better, honestly. But, well, let's put it this way. 8 out of 10 for this. Miniseries is, S-class. So, is what it is, right? All in all, though, like I said, 8 out of 10. Damn good. Not deserving of the criticism that it's getting online. Here's the thing. This isn't It Chapter 1 and 2. This isn't like the quintessential Stephen King adaptation. Should it have been? Can you argue that it should have been? Yes, you can definitely argue that. But what you end up with is just a solid little Salem's Lot film. And you can do worse. You really can. Was there some stuff I would have liked to have seen added in? Yeah. I would have liked to have heard more about the Marston house. I would have liked to have heard, Ben's story about, like, when he was, like, a kid and he snuck into the Marsden house and, saw some stuff and everything. I would have liked that in there, but that would just be, literally fan service for me. This does the story justice without saying everything that needs to be said, if that makes sense. This feels like it feels like a theatrical version that would later be extended into a director's cut and you'd get the full thing. This feels like that. It feels like we haven't got the whole story. And I don't know if there's any, like, more footage or anything, or, I kind of doubt they're going to be doing a sequel, or maybe a director's cut at some point, perhaps, if we're lucky. All in all, though, like I said, pretty decent flick. You can do worse. You can really do worse. And, you know, like I said, 8 out of 10, good stuff. That's it for me. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, yeah, just a little heads up. Tomorrow's video is going to be a review of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, I have reviewed that movie many times before, but I'm really happy. I'm actually tomorrow going to be going to see it in the theater. My first time theatrical experience seeing that, so that'll be damn good. Also, later on in the month, I'll be going to see Nightmare on Elm Street in the theater. So first theatrical experience seeing that. So both of those will be upcoming reviews. So I hope you enjoy. But yeah, that's it for me. See you tomorrow.